Hour, Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
If you like pina coladas.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
The only man to give death a near Johnny experience. Johnny Harden.
What is up? What is up? Welcome into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Y'all know who I am, your sports mixologist, John Harden, and we're about to get down, we're about to get dirty, and we're going to get muddy. We're going to roll up in the nastiness, and we're going to have a lot of fun. First of all, you know, John Harden likes to do things, and that's pat himself on the back. I told you, what did I tell you? Parlay the Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. Why? Because they will win. Will you sweat the second game? Hell yeah. But what you saw, Kershaw, you know life was good, right? I know I did. Ay.
Kershaw was way too ready to get in that game, man.
Dude, he's the only guy.
He was standing there in like the fourth inning ready to go in.
Dude, ready to go in there and give up home runs, baby. Think about it, man. Just like and the fact that what he said, in all honesty, and I'm going to be at the very beginning, I want to sit here and pat myself on the back and say, yes, I called it. I called the Cardinals. I called the Nationals. Yes, they both won. I would love to sit here and just sit there and say I'm awesome. I feel I got lucky in both of them. And you're like, how could you feel like you got lucky in both of them? Well, after reading a lot of stuff today and checking into it, I almost feel like maybe my man Ryan Helsley actually defeated the Deadgum Braves before the game already started. You know, if you go back and look at his interview, he said he planned on getting rid of the tomahawk chop. His basically tweet, just like the one tweet that has caused basically a geopolitical NBA nightmare, has Charles Barkley acting like a complete a-hole and this whole, quote, woke culture, and find out how they're not woke. They're only woke when it doesn't hurt their bottom line. And by the way, for them to compare the persons that are criticizing the NBA is the same people who are criticizing the NFL for Kaepernick. No, I was defending Cap. And again, yes, it is so easy. And what ticks me off about this, and we're going to do a little flex your muscles, but it is amazing how easy it is for everybody just to hammer on the easiest things in the whole entire world. Like, we can go out there and we can just sit there and say, hey, you know what? We're going to just destroy anything that makes sense. And right now it's easy. And it's true. If Kaepernick was protesting against racism and Donald Trump and didn't mock the flag, or people took it as military or patriotism, he'd probably still be in the league and making millions of dollars. But if you say something about China, you're going to lose your damn job. And again, what I mean about Ryan Helsley and how I kind of feel a little dirty is he came out and admitted, and after doing a little bit of research and finding out that no, at SunTrust Field, there were no foam tomahawks, which has been a tradition forever, because one reliever said that his grandfather was disappointed and felt that the tomahawk chop was disrespectful, that 40,000 foam tomahawks were removed, and the Braves got rid of a tradition. To me, I'm sorry. Did you see Mike Shilt's F-bomb lace tirade? It was awesome. But was that not offensive and disrespectful to some people? Do we have to get rid of that? That's what I'm trying to say is this, quote, woke culture, shut the bleep up before we can't do anything. I mean, we can't tomahawk chop. Yet Mike can go in after he just destroys the Braves and drop a million F-bombs, which, again, I want to tell you something. I loved every single thing he said, and I want more of it. But I also want the tomahawk chop when I'm watching the Braves. I wanted it when I'm watching the Seminoles. And there are history. And, again, I read a couple pieces, and they also said for Ryan Helsley to think that he can speak for the entire Cherokee Nation, Who is Ryan other than a baseball player? Great, great, great quote straight from the Cherokee people in Oklahoma. And I got that over here.
With the Mike Schilt sort of tirade there, what was Randy Arozarena doing? Why was he filming that?
I don't know.
And it seemed forced. He's not a good cusser. You can tell the team sort of laughs at when he tries to get in that mood. I felt like it was an inside joke more than anything. It sort of got to me.
I think it was him being like way outside of what he normally was because of the way the situation was. And again, he's dropping tons of F-bombs and he's saying, y'all started this bleeping F and we finished this bleeping F. I don't care who we're playing. Bring that on. I'm ready to destroy this team. And that's what I want in sports. I want the other team to want to beat the other team. I mean, I was so fired up to watching that. And then I'm sitting here watching and people are talking about how disrespectful and how disappointed they were in the head coach. And then I'm also listening to people talk about how they're disappointed and disrespected and the way SunTrust Stadium reacted with the Braves and Ryan Helsley. And I'm looking at the whole situation and I'm realizing, like, dude, our whole professional sporting system has lost its damn mind along with the entire country, I guess.
They're going to fight, aren't they? They're going to fight next year.
Oh, yeah, they're fighting. It's going down, man. After, like, you got to think about it, man. This is the game, like, where the bottles and everything came on a few years back when they had the infield fly rule that wasn't an infield fly. OMG. And then the way this one ended, and it started in the first inning with just 10 runs dropped all over your face. Like, that was a beatdown of epic proportion to where the start of next year, it's like the first 7 batters, until they run out of pitchers, they're just going to keep plunking folks.
You factor in the post-game situation and throw in
yes.
Acuna.
Ronald Acuna.
Well, I can't say that name.
It's all right.
But you factor in what he's done also in the series. Like, they are going to go at it next year.
Dude, he was sick, dude. And that's another thing. And they didn't even win. And he was probably the best player in the actual during the actual baseball, by the way. He might have been the best player on the field, and I'm trying to pull it back up because I wanted to find out where his stats were because I realistically think he was I think he was so good that he was 8 of 18. And if you're like hitting like that, you're a baller. But he was 8 for 18 with 4 walks, 4 extra base hits, and I want you to think about this. This is why I wanted to mention this. And this is where Braves fans, when I say this to you, you will throw up. And if you're a baseball fan or a Braves fan in any way, you will throw up in your mouth and say, how in the bleep is this possible? My man Ronald Acuna had 4 walks, 8 hits. And guess what? 4 of them were extra base hits. Yet he only scored 1 run, and that was off his solo blast. Because guess why? 3 through 5, they couldn't get a hit basically to save their damn life.
They were miserable. And I know Freddie Freeman was dealing with some elbow tightness, elbow issues, so you got to sort of feel for him in a little bit. Because, I mean, when you get into a series like this and you have some health issues and that causes you to get 2 hits in the entire series when you are the main hitter in that lineup, it just seems it's sad. It's sad.
Yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to say, like, I love sports.
But also, before we move on here, you need to pat yourself on the back for the Fulte thing. You said even the sun shines on the
dogs keister every once in a while, and I said he will be knocked out
Look
so
at that.
fast.
1 out. He only got one out.
Got 1 out, yo. I told y'all that was an easy win. Now I know you people that took the Nationals, like I told y'all, I know y'all were fretting, but y'all just didn't understand. Kershaw was gonna be Kershaw at some point, homie. Once he got in the game, I was like, whew. It's like, go Kershaw. Go Kershaw, go Kershaw, go Kershaw, go Kershaw, go Kershaw, go. And it was like, bing, pop, pow. And guess what? Hasta mañana, buenos dias. Washington playing the Cardinals in the National League Championship Series, baby. And baseball is awesome. And it feels really damn good. And I hope that y'all watched a lot of it. For you people who gave up on your Nationals, boy, what a game you missed. I know that they came out kind of strong. First inning, by the way, I thought Jock Peterson hit 1 yard. It was a ground rule double. I mean, like, damn, Jock jacked one. And then Muncy, I'm like, okay, it's only a ground rule double. They're okay. Strauss is going to calm down, you know?
And I liked it for Howie Kendrick. He's been in the league a long time. It's sort of a vintage playoff moment for him
That was pretty big. That was pretty big. But you have to also admit this, though. There was a point at the very, very beginning of the game when you saw the very, very start, and what I'm talking about for Strauss, who survived the first inning somehow. But you have to remember, think about this. Jock almost yanked it, got the ground rule double. And then Muncy, and a lot of people, and I was one of them, I was sitting there going, oh, my gosh. We might have gotten away with this. I said, if they can get Muncy out, go ahead, walk, my man, why am I not even thinking? No, go after Turner. If you have to, you got to open base for Bellinger, yada, yada, yada. I'm like thinking all these like wonderful thoughts. And then Muncy just goes, crack! And in the first inning, you're down 2-0. And next thing you know, homie walks my man Justin Turner. And the next thing you know, Bellinger's up, and I'm going, oh, this thing is about to get so nasty. I'm going to start crying really soon. And then somehow he calmed down. And my man just kind of chilled out a little bit, chillaxed, relaxed a whole lot. And Strauss got through 6 innings and only gave up 3 runs because if you also forgot, not only did he escape the first, how did the second inning start? With another blast. And I was literally going, this isn't happening. Hernandez just yanked another bomb. My man's given up 2 home runs, almost 3 because Jock almost took him yard. He's given up a ground rule double and 2 home runs in the first 2 innings. And you're sitting there thinking to yourself, there's no way Strasburg, get him out of there. He didn't get him out of there. Strauss got through that and got through another additional 4 2/3 innings. He pitched 6 innings, gave up only 3 runs, got 7 Ks. It was a very strong performance. And then they went Rainey and Corbin and Hudson. Hudson got the win. Doolittle came in there and closed that bad boy out. It was absolutely amazing. And if you don't know how the game ended, folks, Howie Kendrick hit a Eaton, Rendon, Soto, loaded, granny, 3-3, 7-3, 10th inning, see you goodbye. It wasn't a walk-off because the Dodgers had the last at bat, but it basically was the end of the damn game because you saw the Dodgers dugout, the deflation, done.
I felt miserably bad for Walker Buehler.
Did you?
He pitched the gym.
6 2/3.
6 2/3, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts.
But Clayton. Do you know how many outs Clayton got, by the way?
1.
Yeah, 1 out. By the way, do you know how many runs he gave up?
2.
Yeah. And I got to ask
2
you
hits,
something.
2 bombs.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Do you know that he has only given up 2 home runs on back-to-back pitches? And he's done it twice in his career, both in the postseason. Never once done in the regular season. I heard that on Peter and CJ, The Experience this morning. Had to check that out. It's true. It's amazing to think about how amazing Clayton Kershaw is as a pitcher in the regular season. The Cy Youngs, the money he's made, the curveball, the lefty madness, the speed, the cut, the age. What he did in Los Angeles, the city of angels. He was the angel of the Dodgers, and he doesn't have a title. But this guy has a literal, no joke, regular season career that is under 2.5. His regular season career is 2.44. I want you to think what I said. 2.44 ERA. He has a whip career of 1.01. Yes, my man is a bad dude. I want you to also think about this. 169 wins to only 74 losses in the regular season. Postseason, though, oh, buddy, it's a big difference. Like this year, he had a 7.1 ERA in the postseason. This year, that's not good. And when you look at his postseason stats year in and year out, you can look at the totals. His ERA jumps from a 2.44 to a 4.44. Think about that. 2 whole runs. His whip goes from a 1 to a 1.11. He gives up bombs like it's going out of style. And I told you how many losses he had. He's got 11 in the postseason. He's got 74 in the regular season. Like, what? That is, he started 32 postseason games. He started 347 regular season games. 347 regular seasons, 32 postseasons, 11 losses, 74 losses. Think about that. Think about that. He loses 1 out of 3 games in the postseason, like straight up. It just like he's going to lose. Like he started 32. By the way, he only won 9 of them. Got 11 losses, has a losing record. But he started 347 games and only had 74 losses. You know what I mean? That is unbelievable.
It's like statistics with him double in the playoffs. Like he literally doubles what he has done in regular season.
5 wins, 1 losses regular season in his career. And then in the postseason, my man's more likely to give you a loss than he is a win. And that is insanity. And it's kind of, in all honesty, it's sad, and I want to ask this question.
And last night, it felt like Dave Roberts wanted to reverse the curse for him, and it just did not work out.
Did he cost himself trying to reverse the curse and giving Clayton Kershaw maybe a little momentum going forward? But you know what? You can't go forward anymore. That was Game 5, Dave. I don't know if you realize that. And now, Clayton in 2019.
I sure hope he realized that.
Dude, I want y'all to think how sad this is. Think about how sad this is. Clayton Kershaw, the man. Do you know what he gave them this year in the postseason? This man started 2 games, okay? No, he started 1, but he gave them. He was in 2 games. He only gave them 6 1/3 innings. He gave up 8 hits, 5 runs, 2 blasts. Whew. It's a bad day, man. Not a good day to be a Clayton Kershaw fan. Anyway, we are coming back. We got so much. We're going to do a little Ocean Blue action. Get ready. Get ready. Y'all know where Ocean Blue is, right? We haven't done it in a while. We do flex your muscles, and there's so many things that I want to talk about. And I'm dead serious. I want on the next side you to call the First Bank text line at 901-360-8255. Make it ring right now. 901-360-8255. 2 guys get on. 3 guys will take. Y'all go against each other. We're going to talk about, do you agree or disagree with Charles Barkley? Now, if you don't know what Charles Barkley said, don't worry about it. Guess who's going to tell you right now before the break? Then we're going to take the break. But I do want to remind you that Ocean Blue out on Stage Road, you go over there. It is the best seafood bar you will ever have in your life. It's the best bar I've ever been to. Happy hour starts at 3, goes to 6. Say you heard it on the radio. They'll extend it till 8 o'clock. $3 Fireball, $5 Jameson, and I'm dead serious. Seafood like you've never had in your life. At least I hadn't had it like that. You get the corn and the sausage and the potatoes and the spices, and I got the shrimp and the crabs, and it was all up in this bag, and it was magical. Trust me, Ocean Blue is out of control. $25 gift card for you. And by the way, that goes a long way. But I want to know, do you think Charles Barkley, who said, and I quote, this is really sad. First of all, you guys have been killing Colin Kaepernick for the last X amount of years. Blah, blah, blah. Now all of a sudden, you want to control what happens in a foreign country. They have billions of dollars at stake. It's a business decision. I understand the NBA. The players and the owners both got billions of dollars at stake. The NBA makes billions of dollars in China, and that goes to the owners and the players. So it's a business decision, and I totally understand it. Now, again, I didn't go to the very, very beginning because he did start off with calling you a jack, a hypocrite, and kind of went off on the stance. Now, again, I am very confused because I defended, like how is he putting everybody in one box, which ticks me off, first of all. But anyway, I'm going to leave it for y'all. Y'all get to tell me why.
3 callers.
3 901-360-8255. Do you agree with Charles? Do you disagree? What do you think about it? just let me know. It's pretty simple. 901-360-8255. This is Flex Your Muscles on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy get you through the midday with Sports 56 Middays. Delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 till 1 on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Step up your wings game at East Coast Wings and Grill. With 60 wing flavors and 7 heat indexes, do you have what it takes to turn the heat on your wings up to insanity? East Coast Wings and Grill is family friendly with a large variety menu to satisfy the whole bunch. Sign up today for their loyalty program and taste the rewards. For every $1 you spend, you collect a point. Earn 100 points and receive a $5 reward. Next to Lowe's off Highway 64 in Bartlett, come try America's best wings at East Coast Wings and Grill.
Hi, folks. Good news for bargain hunters and bandits from the Chevy Sheriff in Collierville. Sunrise Chevy has over 500 Chevys and used cars in stock just in time for the Sunrise Low Price Rodeo. Factory rebates up to $5,000, Sunrise discounts high as $8,000, and don't forget, Sunrise specializes in secondary financing. Need a good body shop? Bring it to Sunrise. We work on all makes and models. Remember, you can bring your Chevy to Sunrise for service no matter where you bought. Buy American and buy from Sunrise. There's always a sale at the Sunrise Chevy Ranch. Find new roads to 385 in Houston, Levy, and Collierville. Chevys cost less at Sunrise, partner.
You have to be up in 5 hours. 2 hours. 6 minutes, and you haven't slept a wink. ZzzQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. So tonight, try new ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levy Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Here we go. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bars. One, you call me pathetic or a coward, you know where I'm at. I'll pimp slap you all across this town. Text me and never call me that again. I'm telling you, meet me outside. Think I'm joking. And if you think you heard what you think you heard, you are deaf. And if you ever say the things you said, I will block you. I ain't joking. Never was down with communism. Obviously didn't hurt, but if you have that strong of an opinion, 901-360-8255.
It's time for Flex Your Muscles. And all we asked was, do you agree or disagree with Charles Barkley's comments? What he said was, the NBA has billions of dollars at stake. It's a business decision. I understand the NBA. The players and the owners both got billions. of dollars at stake. So just let us know, 901-360-8255, what you think about these comments, and we'll pick a winner.
Yeah, and you also might want to continue to listen because, I do have the World Report on the human rights issues in China and stuff. That was going to come back and be my rebuke on who wins or not. But anyway, hit me up, 901-360-8255 if you want to flex your muscles. If you don't want to flex your muscles and you don't want $25, guess what, Gabe? We'll go.
More for me.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, this is my favorite spot on planet Earth now, dude. I go out there all the time, get down dirty. It is absolutely delicioso. In fact, when I say I love it more than I love it all a lot better than my girlfriend's cooking. But it's probably my favorite seafood spot. Like, I can't think of any other place where I've actually had that much fun or had better seafood, period. And I mean, I'm talking about even when I go down on the coast or something. Ocean Blue ain't no joke, man. That is out of control, delicious. You need to test drive it. If you want to get $25, give me a call at 901-360-8255. Again, all I wanted to know, what you thought about Charles Barkley's comments.
Strongly worded to the text line, acting like we're the ones who acting like you're the one who said it.
I was going to say, I read his quotes. I wanted to hear from y'all, and it's amazing how many people are keyboard warriors, but you won't pick up the phone and call 901-360-8255 when you can give your opinion, and you could actually win $25 to Ocean Blue. I don't understand that. The best seafood on planet Earth. Again, I guess me and Gabe are going. I'll tell you one thing, man. We might need to have to take this to a text thing because we get more text about this stuff than anything. And people, for some reason, are scared to call and actually give their opinion on things like that. It's easy. Like if I do a fart joke or talk about something like that, bang, the phone blows up. You get serious, man. People get a little bit tight. I understand. It's kind of like if you watch the Dodgers last night.
It is understandable.
It is understandable. And to the texter, like I was trying to say is, no disrespect. In all reality, when I came back and said, you know where I work, I'm just trying to say is, look, you can be a keyboard warrior and you can talk to me. But when you say, man, screw you for saying you understand, you think it's okay to support a communist country just because it's a business, that's ridiculous, Johnny. Money is more important than human rights to you, more important than freedom for the people of China. Pathetic. Lost a lot of respect for you when you just said you understand. Nobody should be okay with it. Nobody should say, I understand. No, the NBA is a bunch of cowards who are more worried about money than people. It affects their precious shoe deal and jersey and bottom line, so they're okay with communism, but they're all about equality in other forms in this state. Awful, just awful. Dude, you would have won if you just would have called. I mean, sad. I got to call you.
You were so ready for this. Like this was your
winning
moment.
Like that was the moment. You would have won, homie, if you would have called. Because again, I was going to sit there and tell you how, it's kind of sad because according to right now, if you go to the HRW.org World Report, which is the Human Rights World Report, right now, 13 million people, 13 million. I couldn't even believe this. They are in what are called, this is so sad, they actually call them not imprisonment. They say that they are detention centers. Please, bro. The human rights people have come out and said, I want you to think about this. In 2018, the government tightened control so much over their society that they did a massive DNA, biometrics, and they got everybody's DNA in the country and voice data, voice samples used for biometrics for automated surveillance purposes. This was deployed nationwide, no matter who you were, if you were in it, you could be just teaching class or whatever. Every single person had to do this. Just like you get a Social Security guard here, you got to go give them your DNA and a voice sample over there. I was trying to say that they are the worst human rights abusers in the world. And I was trying to say I wish that somebody actually listened to CJ and Peter Edmiston in the morning, because if you would have heard them, I'm with CJ. There are certain, the NBA makes money. The NBA can go to the free countries. They can go to Australia and the other free countries of the world. Why do they have to go to a communist dictator that's got 13 million people
You have to decide. You have to decide eventually if it's worth making money there. And
Correct.
That's just the simple. But we still have two lines open, man. We got Bill called in. 901-360-8255. Let us know. Chime in.
I'm gonna bring in Bill. Yo, what's up, Bill? Man? How's life treating you, brother?
Same old. Just cruising around Nutbush, keeping my head low.
Man, dude, I know how that is. The bush, baby. I miss the bush, man. Sometimes not really.
Yeah, sure you do.
I do have to tell you, do you remember the Indian, by the way, real quick? Do you remember the Indian that was in front of years and years ago in front of that gas station?
Yeah.
You do remember that bad boy? Remember how it just disappeared one night?
That's a story of life over here. People just disappear one night.
That's the truth. I know a little something about how that thing disappeared. We'll have to talk about it someday. It's a very funny story. But anyway, Bill, you ready to rock?
Hey, real quick, Barkley. So Barkley was just saying that.
Hold up. We got some.
We got to drop that music for you, man.
So you know you obviously know the question. So your time starts.
Yeah.
Right about now.
All right. Well, capitalism. Everybody wants to start judging capitalism now. I mean, the NBA's been doing this forever. I mean, look at the shoe contract that they supported with Nike. And where has Nike made their shoes? In communist countries where these little kids making, 30 cents a day, making hundreds of shoes, been charging $150 for them. So the NBA's been doing this forever. Everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon now. Of course they're using China. They see all those people over there that are just YouTube watchers and TV watchers. That's perfect for the NBA nation, for across the sea. And that's why Yao Ming, they use them too. I mean, there's no surprise. Charles Barkley knows that he's speaking the truth and saying that's how they are. It's all about the money. It's capitalism. Everybody supports capitalism, so it goes against something they make.
Time's up. Okay.
Not bad, Bill.
Okay. We still have two lines open.
Bill,
at this moment, Bill is the winner.
I do have to say something, though. I wanted to also say, though, I agree with almost everything Bill said, except for the thing is, I also did wanted to say that, the scary thing is that I don't know why we haven't brought our players home. They're playing in empty arenas. They're not showing the games on television. People don't even want to be seen with the players because they're afraid that they'll get imprisoned. They're not selling any Houston Rocket. Did you know that you can't find
I feel like the NBA thinks this thing's going to go away.
Yeah,
and
they think it's just going to go away, and it's not. And that's what I'm saying. It is not just going to go away. It is sad. It is absolutely stupid. And the fact that they're still over there, they need to get home. But the other thing I was going to say which is also very weird that Bill brought up, that was interesting point is, where did it go? Man, Bill, you're going to win this bad boy. But again, it basically had to do with, we got somebody else that's called in. They might want to drop in. But I was going to say again, when you have 13 million people under 13 million people who's basically, they say half of them, but basically only thing they did was undermine people's right of free speech and speak against, the political party that is the Chinese government and go with like another political party. By the way, over there, you can't be a Christian. You can't be whatever Huey is or study Islam. You can't do any kind of religion. It's crazy, man. Paul's ready to rock this bad boy. What's up, Paul?
What's going on this afternoon, Johnny?
Man, I'm doing good, dude. I'm fired up. I'm about to give $25 away to Ocean Blue over at 6600 Stage Road. The best. I'm telling you, man, Ocean Blue, their seafood bar is bad to the bone.
Paul, are you familiar with the question?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Are you about ready to flex your muscles here?
Yes, I am.
Here we go.
Yes,
3, 2, 1, go.
What I want to know is where are all of the Steph Curry, the LeBron James, that get on have all these social media of something that goes in our country and wants to bash our people, but all of a sudden now that it's going to cost them some money, we hear nothing, and it's wrong. It's wrong that we've got this going on, and the NBA needs to pay the price for it. Needs to pay the price. You've got to figure out what's right and what's wrong. And that's basically what I've got to say.
Okay, well, your time's up then, if that's all you got to say. All right, Paul, hitting with it. Paul and Bill both came in. I like the takes. I like the strength here.
And by the way,
we have one more. We have one more line.
We have one more line.
We're only going to have it open for two more minutes.
It's going to be a few more seconds. This is basically the end because everybody says, "Well, it's happening over there. It's only happening over there. It's only happening over there." No, there were 2 fans at 2 different arenas. 4 fans now have been booted from the arena. That's 2 NBA games this year in the last couple of days for having the audacity to bring a Free Hong Kong sign. So now if you bring a sign that says Free Hong Kong, they're going to kick you out of an NBA arena that's here in the United States. Because that's happened 2 nights in a row. That's a fact, Jack, homie. Memphis James wants to drop in. He's going to be the last. He's definitely not the least. What's up, Memphis James?
Memphis James.
Call me back about Talladega.
There you are.
I don't know what's up.
Memphis James, you ready to go on Flex Your Muscles?
I am ready as ready.
Let's get it done. Your time starts now.
All right. I don't know what all this is about people supporting communist countries. We had Philadelphia's mayor raising a communist flag over Philadelphia celebrating Chinese Freedom Day or something. This is America. You don't want no communist party. You know what the communist party does? You don't have to work. You get everything free. You know what the downfall of communism is? If nobody works, who's going to pay for everything? Socialism. Check with Venezuela. The NBA players got a free ride. They got millions and millions of dollars. They can buy everything they want. They go into socialism, communism. They're going to be dead ass broke, bouncing a rubber ball, putting it through an iron hoop. I'm out of here.
Okay, Memphis James. Everybody stay on the line. Everybody stay on the line.
Man, I done forgot what Bill Dam said almost.
Oh, no.
You got it down?
He had a strong take.
Memphis dropped it. Paul dropped it. I got to say, man, this one was tough.
Oh, Memphis James hung up. What are you doing, Memphis James?
Memphis James just wanted to drop and roll.
He
said, I'm on my way to Ocean Blue right now.
He didn't care about it.
He's like, I don't care about that $25 because I got $25 in my pocket. I'm going to go get me some $3 shots. This thing is on like Donkey Kong. Peace out, Memphis James. But you know what? Between Bill and Paul, man, this is going to be hard. I'm going to need my sounder because I got to be a judge.
All rise for Judge Johnny.
You know, Memphis James is back. This one is going to be tough. I think Memphis James's passion almost just wants me to, love him. And I'm going to have to say, but Memphis, you're going to have to call back and do this again because I'm going to need you. You're going to have to call 901-360-8255 and play this game again because Memphis, I can already tell you're going to have some crazy takes and you're going to be a lot of fun. Now, I'm down to go with my kinfolk in the nut bush. You know what I'm saying? When you're part of the bush, once you're part of the bush, you're part of the bush. Like, dude, it's kind of like that old, never mind, I can't say that. Anyway, my man's the mayor. I love Bill, but I want to know, what do you think about Paul? What do you think he brought?
You know, I thought the takes were very similar between Bill and Paul.
I did too.
I thought it was very similar. This is going to be a really hard one, and that's why Judge Johnny is out here.
Damn, gummit, man. I think I want to give 2 of them. I'm going to give Paul. I'm going to give 1 to each.
Oh.
I like Bill and I like Paul.
Bam. Okay,
they were too close. I'm making you do work. I'm sorry about it, but I think Bill and Paul both deserve it. I think Bill and Paul were close on both of their messages. It is absolutely it becomes dangerous when one simple tweet can literally cost you billions of dollars. But again, when you're the National Basketball Association that is making billions of dollars, listen, Starbury went over there and made his billions of dollars playing at China, selling his shoe, doing his thing. But the NBA, if it wants to be, quote, a woke league, stand for human rights and freedom, they can't be going and playing at Saudi Arabia. You can't be playing in China. You can't stand for communism in any way. You can't suppress free speech or human rights in any way. It is not a slippery slope, in my opinion. It is a simple slope. It is a damn no. There is certain money that you take and there's certain money that you don't take. You don't need to take money if one tweet is going to have the heavy hand of the government come down and completely take everything that was NBA out. Do you realize that the NBA last year, when they rolled into town, there was 1.1 million people in the square to greet them? There were 10 people. And then there was a group walking by, And they dove out of the way because they didn't want to be seen on camera because, God forbid, they're seen supporting the National Basketball Association right now. You can't, in communist China, buy a single Houston Rockets gear because of what Daryl Morey tweeted, that he stands with Hong Kong. And then you sit there and say, Charles Barkley, which breaks me and hurts me because this is a guy that I liked and respected, that he understands because it's about money. No, it's not about money. It really isn't about money. It's about right and wrong. If you're the premier basketball association in the United States and the world, and you make tons of money, and Charles want to say, well, yeah, there's 1 billion people over there. Well, there's another 1 billion people in the world, and there's free countries all over the place, and you can do business just with those. And again, you, NBA, now have to make a decision. Do you want to deal with communist countries and you want to deal with the iron fist of China? Or do you want to go and try to get dollar bills from somewhere else because you're about to hurt them over here? And if you think I'm joking, again, 2 people, not people, but 2 different teams have thrown out fans for merely bringing a sign that said Free Hong Kong. That happened here. That didn't happen in China, by the way, where they aren't showing the games. And again, Adam Silver, I just say this to you. Get our players home now. They don't need to be playing games in gyms that are empty. They don't need to be over there, period. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Don't forget, Gatlin, baby. And I'm talking about Chad's Gotcha Gatlin. Auto, home, insurance, life, rental insurance, whatever you can think. And yes, rates have gone down. So guess what? He's going to be able to save you money, period. Give him a call, but don't even give him a call, actually. It's easier just to go to MemphisFarmers.com. If you go to MemphisFarmers.com, it'll say Daniel Gatlin. I've already gone over this with many people. But guess what? Chad is how his friends know him. But MemphisFarmers.com has the whole strength of we are farmers, but also has the locale. Like this guy is from Memphis, lives in Bartlett. He's a really great person. And again, he knows insurance like the back of his hand, and he's going to take care of you. Give him a call at 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. Or just go to MemphisFarmers.com. That's my man, Chad Gatlin. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail on Sports 56, 96.1, and of course, 87.7 FM.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
Welcome back to Amazon Prime One-Day Delivery Trivia. Now to the next question. Susan and Tom just ordered a party-sized bag of candy, a piñata, and a karaoke machine for their kid's 8th birthday party, all using Amazon Prime One-Day Delivery. Assuming there are 10 rambunctious kids at the party, what else will she need to order in one day? Adam.
Aspirin?
Correct. Introducing one-day delivery from Amazon Prime. Order from millions of items. Tranquility delivered.
You have to be up in 5 hours. 2 hours. 6 minutes, and you haven't slept a wink. ZzzQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. So tonight, try new ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil.
It's almost Halloween. Goblins and their parents will soon be at your door. To make your house the best stop on the block, start at the Home Depot for a selection so good, it's scary. Like animated skeletons, cackling witches, pirates, and more. You can see them now at a store near you. Or if you can't scare up the time, get free delivery on Halloween decor. This year, Halloween lives at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid on online eligible products only. Restrictions apply while supplies last. U.S. only.
I almost never go to Central Barbecue without running into somebody I know.
That could be because you only eat at Central Barbecue.
It's because Central Barbecue is where Memphians go to get barbecue and has consistently been voted the most popular barbecue restaurant among locals.
Actually, that's really saying something.
I know. Memphis is the nation's capital of barbecue. With all the choices, people who live here go to Central Barbecue.
They do get their share of tourists.
Sure, because Central Barbecue has been mentioned on TV and in tons of national publications. You know why?
Because of the great food?
Because those TV shows and magazines look for the place where the locals go, and that, my friend, is Central Barbecue.
First Bank is here to help you, whether you're a business looking for a loan to expand or refinance an existing one, a homeowner looking for a mortgage or home equity line, a consumer wanting to finance your dream car, or wanting a competitive rate on your CD deposits. Let First Bank try to handle your banking needs. Stop into one of First Bank's 3 local branches today. 6482 Poplar Avenue, just east of International Paper, 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase, and 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or check them out online at firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Thick and thin, I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man.
Yo, 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 yo. I will have to say, there's a lot of great people that have come up here and doing great texts. I do have to say, though, I think I have to laugh, though, because now a person came in and is like, I love you, but don't pimp slap me. You know I was playing. I love y'all, all my texters. I love all my people. I love all the texters. I love everybody that even disagrees with me.
Interesting. So our homie earlier, who
he was mad,
didn't
but
hear
now
what
he
you,
likes me.
no, but now he wanted that to be his entry.
I wish, you know what?
we could do it that way.
If I could have do it that way, you would have, like, you had a great, very, very strong point. Very, very, like, you would have, if you had a chance. But I understand. And I do understand that a lot of people are at work, and I know y'all are sneaking to listen to me. So all y'all out there at working, who are working your tails off, and who are listening to me on your, your little headphones or the Sports 56 mobile app, by the way, which is just flat out awesome. You better get that bad boy.
Or the live stream, via Twitter,
all that
Periscope.
Stuff. I thank you so much, and I appreciate it. And I also appreciate all the shout outs. What's up, Faustin? What's up, Nisi? I got so many people who are just chiming in and saying what's up. Love all y'all. It's amazing how many people have jumped in on this, and there's not one person. So this is why I don't feel in any way that I'm in the wrong. I don't feel Gabe is in the wrong. Talking with CJ, I feel like listening to him, he's not wrong. It doesn't feel like a hard decision for me. It just, especially like, again, you're the most successful basketball franchise on the planet. Sometimes you got to realize there's money you don't need. There are just certain things you have morals you don't need. Like, yo, if Pablo Escobar called up, you think Adam Silver, if he was still alive, because is Pablo gone? Or wait, El Chapo. Let's say El Chapo. He's alive, right? Say he breaks out of the prisons, okay? He's running another Colombian.
He's done before.
Yeah, he's already done this before. So he breaks out again, and thank goodness we have that real actor who's like a real Rambo. What was that actor? Sean Penn, who found him somehow. Don't even get me started. I'm joking. I don't want you people to take that serious. Anyway, say El Chapo calls up Adam Silver. Yes, I got $5 billion. Cocaine, I got that from, but I would like to buy a team. Do you think Adam Silver's going to sell, what is his name, El Chapo, a daggum team? Heck to the nizzo. So why is it, that's right, $5 million instead of billion?
The NBA needs to understand this is not one of those things that you can just try to sweep under the rug. It's not going to happen. We live in a country that was based off liberty and freedom. When you support someone who does not have those same beliefs, people in this country are going to get absolutely, positively angry, and that's just how it works. They're not going to let this go until you do something about it.
Great text. NBA, you cannot serve two masters. That is a great point. You know what? You can't sit there and say you rock for human rights, but then you want to take billions of dollars from a communist regime that has 13 billion people who are not incarcerated for wrongdoing. They're incarcerated for either being a Christian, a Muslim, or having some type of religious belief, or just talking out against the government and for freedom. And for just one simple tweet of "We rock with Hong Kong," what Daryl Morey has stepped in and what it's caused the NBA, it is a lot. But for Charles Barkley to call all these people idiots because they don't want to rock with communism just shows that you're kind of a little bit, I think, out of the loop. Now, the other thing is I do want to get to is we have Jake Wimberly. We have also Isaac Simpson. We have all kinds of fun stuff. And dang it, I need to get to Hardwood, but I didn't. But I do have Richard on, and he's called in at the First Bank phone lines. What's up, Richard?
What's up? How you doing, Johnny?
Man, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well.
Well, that's good to know. What you got for me today?
Okay. The problem with this whole situation is, why are we even interfering with another government's way of governing? That's not our problem.
Do you remember the Cold War?
Sanctioned America for inhumane treatment towards people of color, but we don't say anything about that. We've been sanctioned.
What do you mean we don't say anything about that?
Huh?
What do you mean we don't say anything about that?
We don't. We don't bring up what the UN has sanctioned America for. So why are we concerned about the way China treats its citizens? The citizens aren't complaining. Hong Kong
was
taken over by China. That's not America's business. We don't have anything to do with that. You know, you can say what you want to say, you know, but tell them you don't. I can understand, you know, they don't take their money, like you said. Let the money go, but we don't have a voice in China's government. Not one. Not one voice do we have in changing the way China is governed.
Okay.
Right?
I'm not saying that. No, it's not like we're going to sit here and go to war with China. It's disgusting that they have re-education labor. They've been doing it for the last 22 straight years, and again, 13 million people are in there. And it's actually sad that the NBA would choose to support.
How much money does America contribute to that in China? Nothing. China makes their own money and does their own thing. And with the thing with Trump getting on Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich, they never spoke out against America. They spoke out against him personally. They never said anything crude about America. So I'm trying to see, just like he hijacked and changed the situation with Colin Kaepernick, he's changing the whole scenario of what these guys should do. These guys are doing what they want to do as adults.
Like who? Talking about Charles Barkley?
No, I'm talking about Donald Trump.
Well, we're not talking about Donald Trump.
When he pointed the finger at Greg Popovich and Steve Kerr,
bro, I don't follow him on Twitter.
But they never said anything about America. They said something about him.
Okay, well, I appreciate, Richard, your phone call very much. I just have to say again, I don't understand why you're bringing up Donald Trump again. I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm not talking about anything.
And I don't think him trying to outwardly come out at Kerr and Popovich is right at all.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not correct of him to do either.
I'm just simply saying that you can't rock with communism. And by the way, if you don't remember or didn't grow up in the Cold War era, we literally had this whole thing, this big nuclear arms race. You used to have fallout shelters all over the country and stuff. Do you remember East and West Berlin? Fighting communism has kind of been something that's been going on since the beginning of time. But yeah, I don't think the NBA should rock with communism. And I can tell you one thing, I'm never going to rock with it. I'm all about human rights and I'm all about freedom. And I am not going to be a master. Again, you can only serve one master. You can't serve two, as the texter said.
That being said, I'm not speaking for you, but I think, you know, as far as Greg Popovich and what Steve Kerr said, he didn't think he was versed enough to comment on it. I'm fine with that. I have no issue with how he responded to that question. I don't think it's cowardly. I think it's something where he literally decided, okay, I don't have enough information. I don't feel like I'm versed to talk on this. I'm not going to.
I think personally, it's both of those guys are thinking to myself, we got NBA players still in China. We need to
get
them
he
home
doesn't
before
know.
we say anything.
And
to
I
be
don't,
honest with you.
And I'm not anywhere faulting them at all. I think they were right in any, because people called them cowardly. I think that's completely wrong to even say that. But yeah, for the president to come out and criticize them for responses that they made about the situation is absolutely ridiculous as well.
I'm just saying, one, you can never kowtow to communism ever, not in one iota, not for one little bitty instance. And to throw out two people in separate games for free Hong Kong signs in this country where we have freedom of speech, is absolute lunacy and ridiculous. I love the fact that we can talk and disagree and agree. I appreciate the phone call, Richard. Sorry, I just disagree and didn't understand where you were coming from. But again, I like Charles Barkley, but I didn't rock with where he was coming from. But we all disagree, and sometimes we agree. But next, we're talking college football, baby. Jake Wimberly in college football. Oh, have you been to CFB Hourglass lately? It's just bad to the bone.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know: Benswanger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 125 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Benswanger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Benswanger Glass in Midtown, located at 340 South Hollywood, across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit their website, benswangerglass.com. Benswanger Glass.
If you've always thought, hey, I'd look pretty good in a Lexus, well, guess what? Lexus thinks so, too. Lexus is offering you the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Great offers on all 2019 models and special lease options. Drive in luxury and confidence, knowing that every new Lexus comes with complimentary first and second maintenance services. Stop by Lexus of Memphis, 2600 Ridgeway, and put yourself in the driver's seat of an all-new 2019 flagship LS500. Hey, you look pretty good there. Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event at Lexus of Memphis. Experience amazing.
Hi, folks. Rob Walker, Infiniti of Memphis, and we've got a new Infiniti crossover vehicle that has raised the standard of comparison to a new level. Imagine having both sports car performance and eco-friendly efficiency on demand, working together to empower every driving experience. The result of 20 years of engineering, QX50's award-winning variable compression turbo engine is the world's only engine of its kind. Like two engines in one, it delivers a combination of power and efficiency that is truly in a category all its own, and only Infiniti has it. You'll never sacrifice performance for the sake of efficiency again. And QX50 MSRP starts at only $36,550, which is less than its Acura, Audi, and Mercedes competitors. Add to that QX50's award-winning sumptuous interior, and you have the best combination of performance and comfort in the mid-size crossover segment.
MSRP excludes destination charge, tax, title, license, and options. Infiniti of Memphis or online at infinityofmemphis.com.
Pop Wigington has been in the restaurant business since the 70s and has now brought 3 generations of family favorites together under one roof at Pop's Comfort Kitchen, 2990 Kirby Whitten Parkway next to Kroger. Pop's takes you back to a simpler time when food and life was more wholesome. Settle down today for lunch or dinner at Pop's with daily specials like country fried steak, fried catfish, chicken and dumplings, or Pop's famous fried chicken livers, all served up with your choice of 23 fresh vegetables like field peas and snaps, seasoned green beans, sweet corn and turnip greens. Hungry for a sandwich? Check out the Chuck, a hand-patted cheeseburger between 2 grilled cheese buns topped with lettuce, tomato, diced onion, pickles, fried egg, and bacon. Or a half-pound flat iron steak sandwich served on Texas toast. Don't forget one of Grandma's homemade desserts like chess pie or banana pudding. Take comfort today at Pop's Comfort Kitchen, 2990 Kirby Whitten Parkway next to Kroger. Pop's Comfort Kitchen.
If you're the owner of a company and you're tired of a dirty office building, or maybe you're tired of dirty restrooms, or floors and carpets that are filthy, or windows that you can't even see through, I've got a solution. Let Trinity be your cleaning solution. Trinity Professional Services. They're putting professionalism back in cleaning. They specialize in stripping and waxing and buffing floors, in cleaning carpet. Just make it seem like it's spring outside. Window cleaning where you see through and everything shines. Commercial janitorial services specializing in final construction cleaning. Hey, the people that own this company, they are big construction people. They know what needs to be done. So if you would like it done the right way, call Todd Pope or Tommy Ferrari, the former Tiger quarterback, at 833-6773. 833-6773. It's Trinity. They're your cleaning solution.
If you're an outdoorsman and love all things hunting and fishing, be sure to listen to Sports 56 Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. for Outdoors Today. Brought to you by The Gun Store, 6920 Winchester in Memphis. Outdoors Today is a 1-hour show hosted by veteran Mark Tobin and a group of respected outdoor-loving guests. Outdoors Today is dedicated to bringing outdoorsmen tips and techniques and tactics to help with your hunting and fishing in all seasons. Saturday mornings at 6 on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 87.7 and 96.1 FM.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home.
Get out right here. Ladies and gentlemen. And now?
Now, the only man to ever win the World Series of Poker with a Scrabble board, Johnny Harden.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I got to say, y'all are killing me on the text line. Can we get a Big Kahuna burger today, please? By the way, Gabe Kuhn, are you familiar with the Big Kahuna burger? It's a very, very tasty burger. Have you never seen? Oh my gosh. Please tell me, like, you do know what film I'm talking about, right? Oh no, it's not Cheech and Chong. Pulp Fiction, homie.
Oh, yeah, of course I do. Of course. That's
okay.
I love that film right there.
Dude, Samuel L. Jackson.
A little bit of Tarantino. I like Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino in that one when he's got the Big Kahuna burger, and he's like, man, that's a tasty burger. And then he goes into it, and ooh, man, I just love that. That show. But I'm going to tell you one thing, though. This is a total sidebar, because Jake Wimberly, I believe, is about to join. Oh, Jake is here. I love Jake. By the way, I hope all of y'all know that, one, my show is brought to you by all of the greatest sponsors on planet Earth. Have y'all noticed that I got a new sponsor? Oh, yeah, the CBD store. Did you hear about it? Do you know what CBD is? Well, I got two good things for you, like two great things. One, they're located right down the street if you're in Memphis, because they have one in Memphis on Poplar. They also have one in Cordova, and then they have the original Bad Boy down in South Haven. But on Monday, I got like this dude who's like the guru of CBD. He's coming on Monday. Louis Goldberg. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to talk with him, and I'm going to tell you all about their store. We're going to answer all their questions, but I'm just telling you right now, when you need CBD, if you can't sleep, if you need something for your muscles, something for pain, anything, anxiety, they have tinctures, topicals, capsules. They have everything. Like, for real, your CBD store is the place.
I have just an interesting sidebar as far as CBD goes. I have a brother who struggles with sleeping and a little bit of anxiety, and he swears by CBD. It has helped him a lot over the past 2 years, and I really think it's something that people should check out if you have some issues with sleeping, whatever it may be. CBD is a very good, organic way to try to help do that without having all the side effects.
And by the way, your CBD store is like 100% certified. Like, I went through a bunch of different places, checked them out. They're the top of the line. They're the best of the best. You will love them. Now, speaking of the best, college football right now, I've been disappointed. I've said all year long, I hope Jake agrees with me. Watching the National Football League is like making my eyes bleed. I think this is the worst NFL season I've ever seen in my life. Guys can't tackle. We got two undefeated teams, and I think, 4 teams that are like over. It is absolutely embarrassing in the National Football League, but college has been pretty damn awesome. And CFB Hourglass, well, guess what? They are like pretty much dedicated to college basketball. And when you want picks, CFB Hourglass is the place to go. Jake Wimberly is the guru. He is the creator. He is the man, the myth, the living legend. And he's also one down in Jackson. Jake, what's up, my man?
What's up, brother? Now, I do have to correct you, and you know that. It's probably just a slip of the tongue. We do that in radio. College football, not college basketball.
Oh, did I say basketball?
I am not the basketball savant.
That is a definite slip of the tongue, and I slip up on all kinds of stupid things because, I'm not.
You're just ready for Memphis basketball.
I am ready for Memphis basketball, Jake. That was a really good save right there.
John has slip-ups. John has slip-ups.
That was a heck of it right there, dude. You set me up. Thanks, Jake, man. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm dead serious. If you're down in the South and you're around Jackson from 4 to 6, check out ESPN's Radio 105.9, the afternoon drive with Jake. My man Beaver's still working down there, right?
Oh, yeah.
I love him. He is so good. But Jake and they're tearing it up. But my guilty pleasure is his website that he created, and it's cfbhourglass.com. And if you care anything about college football, not basketball, you will absolutely love this place. Nobody gives out picks at a better price than Jake. And also, nobody gives more free reading. You got writers from all over the country dropping out new articles left and right all over the place. I love it. Plus, you come out with your predictions before the season starts. It's really cool how you work on it and do your thing. First and foremost, you know he picked Georgia. Everybody knows that. How are you feeling about your Georgia pick right now?
Feel good about it. I really do. I mean, look, Georgia, they've been battle tested so far. If you can be battle tested this early, I thought they were tested against Notre Dame, a really good Notre Dame team. Not an elite team, but Georgia, they kind of sometimes they'll fall asleep offensively. But I mean, last week they let Tennessee slip up on them with a new quarterback. Really didn't have a whole lot of tape on that guy, but they turned the gas on. And John, you can go to my Twitter feed at Jake Wim, and every week we're putting out our college football playoff projector poll. And basically what that is we use all the criteria that the college football playoff says that they use. We use the polls, AP, coaches. We tie in the strength of schedule. We tie in offensive, defensive, scoring efficiency, and all kinds. It's about 9 different metrics that we use. And we put out our own poll. It's a top 20. It's a throwback. And right now, Georgia was number 1 last week. Ohio State is our number 1 team this week, with Georgia coming in at number 2. And when you look at I think Ohio State and Georgia right now, they passed the eye test. John, to me, they're the best 2 teams in the country.
How crazy is it that they have both quarterbacks so intimately, like they were both on Georgia's team last year? And did you think Justin Fields was going to go, listen, I knew they said he was good. I didn't think he was going to be this good in that Ryan Day offense this fast. He looks people have forgotten about, they're like, that. Who's that guy, Dwayne Haskins, who threw 50 touchdowns last year? They've forgotten about him, man.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if you saw the report after the firing of speaking of the NFL, the Washington Redskins coach, they said coming out of that camp, Dwayne Haskins may be 2 years away from being a starter in the NFL, which that's mind-boggling. But anyway, back to college. I think, Ohio State, they passed the eye test. I didn't think Justin Fields would be this good. We'll see. Alabama's definitely got a case. Clemson's got a case. But, yes, I feel good about Georgia right now.
I don't blame you. Do you have Bama number 3 right now?
Number 3 in the poll, and I do not have the poll in front of me. I believe it is. Though I can tell you who it is. It's Alabama 3, Clemson 4, LSU 5.
Ooh, and by the way, I do have to bring this up. I've been giving my man Joe all kinds of love. I think he's changed the passing game. Mr. Brady, I think that now LSU can throw touchdown passes left and right. They still can play defense. They can still run. They can still do everything. But can LSU, are they actually going to be able this year mentally to, if they are toe-to-toe, if they are right there, will Joe Burrows mentally be able to go up against Tua Tagovailoa, or will they, could you see Ed Orgeron and LSU actually beating Nick Saban in Alabama this year? Is there actually a chance?
Yeah, there is. Look, Joe Burrow is a extremely savvy guy. I mean, you get a chance. I say this all the time. Coaches and football players, and of course you can get into basketball, baseball players, we get to see them grow up in front of us. We all get to grow up, in front of our families or our coworkers, but they grow up in public. And Joe Burrow has done that. He went into Texas, and they took a shot or two from Texas. And I mean, this guy is a savvy quarterback. I think he's a tough quarterback. And yeah, I think they can absolutely beat Alabama. John, that Alabama defense is not that good. Ole Miss gashed them, and this is no disrespect to Ole Miss. Ole Miss is much improved this year. They've got a nice quarterback in John Rice Plumlee. They gashed Alabama for over 300 yards rushing. When you get into these big games, and look, LSU can run the football, they can throw it. Georgia can run it and throw it. Alabama can score it. But if you can't stop anybody, John, you're not going to win. And Alabama's defense is not that good.
I need to know about the Red Rivalry, and then we can't say shootout. What was it? Red Rivalry?
Try to say Red River Rivalry.
Red River
3
Rivalry.
times fast.
See, that's why I can't do it. Red River Rivalry.
It should be
Red River Rivalry. And
but
yes,
we're
I'm
PC.
in the South
we're
where
PC,
I like to
though.
throw an S on everything. Joe Burrow. Now, Oklahoma, I can't wait. Jalen Hurts with Lincoln Riley is the real deal, Holyfield. But Texas, they went to West Virginia. Doesn't matter about how hard it is to get there. They dominated. Their defense is for real. Their offense looks kind of real, but they're a 10.5-point dog against Oklahoma. This is the Cotton Bowl. Dallas, Texas, Oklahoma, Texas is going to be nasty, and Lincoln Riley has dominated this bad boy. Is he going to dominate it again this year with my man Jalen?
Yeah, he is. He's already in their head, John. Texas is already complaining about horns down and what happens, You know, if Lincoln Riley in Texas, Oklahoma throws horns down, Lincoln's out there saying, "Hey guys, we're not gonna do the horns down. Now we'll come out there and we'll beat you to sleep." But I mean, they're already in Texas's head, John. They're already in their head. And yeah, Oklahoma, they will roll this weekend. I've got Texas actually covering, but I think when you watch the ball game, Oklahoma gets out in front and stays out in front.
Could you believe 75.5 is the over and under in that bad boy? I mean, they ain't playing no defense there.
Number.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Large number.
Jake, I want to sort of transition back to this LSU team, and obviously primed for a huge top 10 matchup against Florida, and a lot has been said about Florida through the year. Like, a lot of people don't really think they're a top 10 team. They haven't really been tested. But did that Auburn game prove anything to you about that Florida team going into this game against LSU?
It proved to me what we kind of already knew about Dan Mullen and Todd Grantham is they're a scrappy bunch. They're going to get after you. I mean, they're not scared of you. You know, they're going to get after you. But Florida is still limited. I mean, they've got a nice running back in Michael P. Ryan. I mean, they've got some skill players that can get it. But this is a different animal that they're facing. I mean, if Bo Nix makes some plays, about 3 that he threw a couple picks in, Auburn may win that football game last weekend. So this is a different set of Tigers. I mean, Florida's a nice football team. I think they're potentially a New Year's Six type team. I mean, they could win 9 or 10 this year. We had them at 10 wins back in March when we did our initial, 130 projections on 130 teams. I had them at 10-2, losing this game right here coming up this weekend. But yeah, I mean, they're a nice team, but I still think Mullen is a recruiting class or 2 away. Kyle Trask isn't scaring anybody. And in that environment down there on Saturday night
in Death Valley, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I hate to say this, but I think LSU minus 13.5 is giving away money because Death Valley at night, LSU is going to, Florida will not score.
It's going to be rough.
And my man's going to throw 5 touchdowns because he wants to keep it going, man. Joe's got 5 in him. Florida's not going to score. It's going to get nasty. Lock it up and take LSU Tigers. One other thing, though, man, the Memphis Tigers actually have Temple. And I wanted to ask you, the more I look at this, the better I'm starting to feel about my Memphis Tigers because they do score, and Temple's defense is great. But did you know Temple don't score jack, man? They hadn't scored, over 28 points since that one sorry team they played. I mean, it's not like they score a lot. So we do it, and I say we because I'm a Memphian. If Memphis does what it can, I mean, they haven't scored more than 27 points since they played Bucknell. They scored only 20 against Maryland. They scored... Man, they lost 22 to Buffalo. They scored 24 against Georgia Tech and only 27 against ECU. Their defense is good, but don't you think Memphis, their offense is going to be a little too much for this Temple Owls this week?
Yeah, I do. And, I came on your show back in the summer. I thought Memphis was the best team in the AAC in the summer. I think they're still the best team in the AAC. I think they're the best coach team. They're the most put together team. And, yeah, I mean, Memphis should roll this weekend. Temple, you were talking about the college football season being so exciting, and I'm going to bring this back to Temple because you asked about them. There has been a lot of, especially if you play the lines, John, we're a little off this year. Mm-hmm. We were around 56%. We're at about 47 right now. So we're gaining momentum just because, John, we've lost some games that everybody's lost. For instance, talking about Temple. Remember they played Maryland. After Maryland beat the brakes off Syracuse, they rolled up 50 the first 2 weeks. Maryland just fell asleep against Temple, got beat by Temple. So, I mean, if Memphis goes into that game and falls asleep, yeah, Temple can beat them, but I don't see Memphis doing that.
And then Temple lost to Buffalo, which was weird.
It was a fluky looking loss.
It's been a weird year, and it's been fun, but it has been weird. But now I do have to ask you, which is kind of somewhat embarrassing. There's some dude camped out, who's in the radio business over in Knoxville or something that I've heard.
Yes, I saw that, yeah.
And he's on, some roof or something. Is this dude ever going to get down? Because he says he's not coming down till Tennessee wins a football game. And I looked at their schedule, and I don't know if they're going to win another game, dude.
They've got a puncher's chance this weekend. I mean, I've got Mississippi State covering and winning the game this weekend. They've got a puncher's chance, though. Playing in that environment is difficult. And one of the things about Mississippi State, John, is this is a semi-soft Mississippi State team. This is not the traditional... Yeah. Get in your face, tough in the trenches. I mean, Auburn showed that a couple weeks ago. They put 21 on Mississippi State before you could get through a beer and a thing of nachos, and that game was over.
And by the way, I was going to say, I meant to tell you this, didn't the Florida-Auburn game, the most thing you learn is that Bo Nix is a freshman and is going to look like a freshman? We knew he was going to look like a freshman at some point, right? But that's what he did against Florida. Sorry to interrupt you.
Absolutely. No, you're fine. And I have not been on the Bo Nix train. I'm not the guy. Tim Tebow called him God made for Gus Malzahn and all. I didn't buy all that. He's still got a long way to go. But look, Mississippi State is not a mentally tough team right now. And if they get up to Tennessee and Tennessee gets out on them early, Tennessee could have a chance. But back to your question about the young man in our, I guess we can call him our colleague.
Yeah, he's a colleague, man. I think this man's camping out all year, dude.
He could be up there to Christmas, John.
We need to go out there and have a little road trip, take him some brownies or something.
Jake, I'm curious your thoughts. I've been watching this Ole Miss team just about all year. Obviously, opened up the year. Matt Corral looked pretty bad against Memphis, but now John Rice Plumlee's in there, and I think the plan with Rich Rod has sort of completely gone away from the passing game. What do you think about the planning? I mean, they ran this guy 22 times. Is this a cause for concern for that program right now?
I don't think so. I've got a little insight on John Rice Plumlee. I cover Mississippi high school football as deep as anybody in the state. And John Rice, I had a chance to see him grow up. He actually plays in the same region of the team, a 6A team, Brandon, where Gardner Minshew came from. That I had a chance to see John Rice every year. And you talk about a kid that gets off the bus looking like he's ready to go. I mean, he's that guy.
Ooh.
He's that type of player. And I think he actually completes Rich Rodriguez's offense right now, because Ole Miss doesn't have the pass catchers like they've had in the past. They don't have the A.J. Browns and the D.K. Metcalfs. They're going to have to grow up there. So I think, yes, you want to throw the ball more, but I think what John Rice has brought to Ole Miss is a little bit more toughness, something like we talked about State doesn't have. Ole Miss has got a little bit of toughness.
Yeah, they do. Now. They're a little nasty. They got some physicality to them. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Man.
So I like John Rice in that place. And, I think the throwing will come. I can definitely see, and we've heard it on our show, the calls for concern about not being able to throw the ball. But look, Matt Corral was trying to throw it. And like you said, he really couldn't throw it. And not all that's on him. I mean, receivers not getting separation and being young, mismanaging routes and that kind of stuff. But I think for what they're trying to do, which is get bowl eligible, now it's going to be a tough test this weekend at Missouri. But at least with John Rice and that backfield with, the two freshmen and then, of course, a senior there and Scotty Phillips, that gives them a puncher's chance to get to a bowl.
I feel you, man. Jake, I know you got a show to go do and get ready for. I appreciate you giving me your time. Remember, everybody, follow me at Jake Wim on Twitter. And the most important thing is CFBHourglass.com. Go to it. Check out Regina's 6 for 6. They got free picks all over the place. You also have literally the most affordable picks on planet Earth. I love actually reading all your stuff. And again, I always kind of compare your website to when I was a young man. I would grab those magazines at the store as I would get in the van and head down to Florida. And for 2 weeks, I just sit, by the beach and on the way down there and read all those sports magazines. That's what CFBHourglass.com is, man. It's football galore, football from top to bottom, every conference, whatever you need. You can get it right there. It's for every kind of college football fan, whether you gamble or you just are a fan and just want to know about your team. Go to CFBHourglass.com. I promise you won't be disappointed. And give my man Jake Wim a follow. Man, Jake, take care, brother.
John, you guys take care. Y'all have a great weekend. Hey, remember, there's a lot of money to be made on the point totals right now. Point totals are the easiest thing to play right now.
That's my guy, Jake Wim. Always planning and always helping you build your bank, baby. I love that dude. Seriously, though, speaking of building your bank, did I build your bank yesterday? What did I tell you to do yesterday? Now, that's St. Louis Cardinals. Did you feel like I was the rainmaker yesterday? You're like,
that one was so easy. That one was so easy.
Make it rain, Harden. Make it rain. And then I did get one text from one person, by the way, that says, well, you got the Cardinals game, but boy, you sure bleeping missed this one, didn't you, Jackwagon? He didn't say Jackwagon. Then he texted me this morning and he just said, love you, man. I think he put a little too much on Washington. I don't even know if he knows. I think he went to bed thinking they lost. Because, dude, I didn't get that thing till 8:30, man. Wowzers. But, yeah, if y'all, if you're a third shifter and somehow you missed the magic of last night and you just decided you weren't going to watch it because dadgummit, Steven Strasburg gave up 2 in the first inning. Max Muncy bomb, then gives up a Hernandez bomb. It's 3-0. You're like, ah. Well, guess what? They came back. And guess what? Clayton Kershaw, sorry, dude. That one's on you, buddy. And then Howie Kendrick, that grand salami off Joe Kelly. Like, have you ever seen a team hit a grand slam to win a postseason game like that? I mean, that was style. Like, they're going in. Like, they had Max Scherzer in Game 4. I love it. What did I tell you?
Like I said, it was a Howie Kendrick. Howie Kendrick finally has one of those playoff moments that he can look back on. Like, that was incredible. But I really can't.
It was awesome.
But when you see the bases loaded, no outs in that situation, you know that something.
Oh, there's something
going to
happen.
Yeah.
But the grand salami was just. It was just beautiful. But the thing I'm going to say is, and I want people to remember this. This is crucial. This is important. Do you remember Game 3 when they could have gone short rest Max Scherzer? And they said, no, we are going Game 4 with our best, well-rested, because if we can get to Game 5, anything can happen. Guess what? They got to Game 5, and boy, did anything happen. They didn't have the best of Strauss, gave up 3 runs in the first 2 innings. He did calm down, went through 4 more innings, made it 6, only gave up 3, kept him inning. They did scratch 1 out, so when he left, it was 3-1. There was still a chance. Then all of a sudden, Kershaw comes in the 8th inning. Booyah to ya, Jim. I knew things were going to be good for me. And yes, they were really, really good. My man Juan Soto, who I picked last year for the Rookie of the Year, I missed it, but I was close. He got second. Juan Soto, booyah to ya, Jim. And then I felt really good. And then Howie made me dance. You know who else makes you dance? Oh, yeah, your CBD store. If your knees are hurting, if you're aching, if your body's broken, go to your CBD store. You're going to love me. They are the best. They have your CBD store in Cordova. They have one on Poplar. It's right down the street, baby, from Court Mall. They also have the Original Gangster down in South Haven. I'll tell you all about your CBD store, but make sure you get your CBD oils and tinctures and all that good stuff. If you're trouble with sleeping or pain or whatever, I got you. And I'm bringing in my man Lewis Goldberg on Monday to teach you all about it. Man, I'm telling you, I got you covered. Speaking of getting you covered, you know who my man Isaac Simpson is, don't you? Oh, well, he just happens to be coming up next because we're talking Tiger Sports right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Sports 56 now has 2 FM homes. You can now find real sports talk on 96.1 as well as 87.7 on your FM dial.
When you're sitting at work downtown on any weekday and you're thinking about what you're going to have for lunch, just think about Third and Court. Every day there's a different lunch special, and they're all really special. On Monday, it's the meatloaf. On Tuesday, it's the smothered pork chop. Wednesday, it's the incomparable fried chicken. Thursdays, it's Salisbury steak. And on Friday, the perfect fried catfish. When you're thinking about lunch during the week, there's only one place to think of downtown. Third and Court, where the daily specials are really special.
Get your gun, Nelly, and saddle up Penelope. It's Western Trading Days at Sunrise Buick GMC. Old-time trading prices on over 700 new Buicks and GMC trucks, and the Sunrise Used Car Corral has over 500 in stock. Branch managers have been told to cut prices to the bone, and remember, you can bring your car to Sunrise Service no matter where you bought it. If you're a good person with bad credit, SunriseMemphis.com will help you put one of your brand on these little fillies. Free hot dogs and Cokes at the Chuck Wagon. Western Trading Days going on now at all 3 Sunrise locations. We make it fun to buy a car again.
It's almost Halloween. Goblins and their parents will soon be at your door. To make your house the best stop on the block, start at the Home Depot for a selection so good, it's scary. Like animated skeletons, cackling witches, pirates, and more. You can see them now at a store near you. Or if you can't scare up the time, get free delivery on Halloween decor. This year, Halloween lives at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid on online eligible products only. Restrictions apply while supplies last. U.S. only.
You have to be up in 5 hours. 2 hours. 6 minutes, and you haven't slept a wink. ZzzQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. So tonight, Try new ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil.
Hey, Tiger fans, this is John Stacy of the Blue and Gray Show. You can hear Drew Barrett and I talk Tigers with Tigers every Sunday at 5 right here on Sports 66, 96.1, and 87.7. Drew, who do we got in the studio with us this week?
This week, John will be live from the Wolf Chase Honda Mobile Studios as he travels back from Philadelphia. I'll be joined in studio, though, by Gabe Kuhn and former Memphis Tiger punter Spencer Smith.
Thanks, Drew. We'll be here Sunday on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. The Blue and Gray Show, where we talk Tigers with Tigers.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home. Here's Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train.
What is up, people? I love hanging out here in the Family Leisure Studios, talking to y'all on a beautiful Friday's Eve in October when we have playoff baseball, which is just flat out awesome. Called both games yesterday. I told you both road teams would win. Got that right. Why are you going to jump off me now? Stay on it. Ride that train, or what is it they say? Ride that horse till... Oh, I don't want to hurt a horse. I like horses. But don't they say ride that horse till it's dead? That's kind of a bad saying.
Isn't it more like ride till the wheels fall off?
Oh, I like that. I think that's a rap song. Is it?
You're thinking of Lil Nas. You're thinking of what's it? Ride till I can't no more.
I love that dude, Lil Nas, like that. I love that. Anyway, boy, I'm such an idiot. But what was I even talking about? Because you got me now. I'm completely gone.
You were talking about how you're gonna ride till the wheels fall off.
Oh yeah.
But you said you ride till the horse dies. I've never heard that one.
Oh no, I think that's
not.
Old school.
Maybe it's a different saying.
Old school.
Maybe you botched the wording a little bit.
Dude, I'm telling you, like I think old people used to say that. Like they were like, "Yo, dude, we gotta ride that till the horse is dead."
67129. Ride it till the horse is dead. Is that a saying?
Or is John just crazy? 67129. First make text line. Y'all know I'm bringing on my great friend Isaac Simpson. This portion of the show is always brought to you by my friends over at Your CBD Store, so make sure you check them out. I'll teach Isaac all about it as well, but Isaac's going to teach you everything you need to know about Tiger football and Tiger basketball. But before I do that, I got to tell Isaac, I am the basically MLB savant. How hot have I been on picking baseball games? It's been sick, and I'm just going to tell you, it's 6:07. It is a large line. I wish I could tell you to take the underdog because I love underdogs, and I took plus 160, and Washington got that win, but there ain't no way. Like, I like Garrett Cole is going out, and he's going out. There's no way the Astros are going out tonight. It is not going to be the Rays and the Yankees. It will be Houston and New York. What do you think? You like that?
Man, ride that horse till it's dead, man.
Yes,
like you said.
It's a saying, dead gummit. Thank you, Isaac. That's my guy. Now, speaking of riding some horses, dude, we had Memphis Madness. It was out of control awesome. Like, we took it to a level where I didn't even know we could take it to. The people were crazy. Everybody was happy. My man Jalen Green's going nuts over Little
Everybody was
Baby.
riding that horse till it's dead.
Yeah, everybody was riding that horse. Future shows up.
Man.
You know, Moneybag Yo, all these people. Key Glock. Look at me.
Wow.
Yeah,
I am proud of you.
With me. I'm on fire.
I see you, John.
Yeah, so everybody's going crazy, man. The another dunk by my man Damian Bald. Wiseman's there. The girls' basketball team. The place is just rocking, okay? So we're doing great. So I'm very, very proud of Penny. I love all the smoke. I love the sang. I love the way he handled everything. And then I do have to ask you, like, Memphis handled it very, very well. Did Penny know that, like, you know, like Kansas was going to go crazy with, like, Snoop Dogg and some poles? Like, is that why he was saying he's going to ride his smoke? Did he know that? Did you see anything in that Kansas? Can you believe what happened at Kansas?
Yeah, man. I couldn't believe they had that. They didn't call them strippers. They said they were acrobatic dancers. That's what
I love that.
What the release said. But yeah, I saw Snoop Dogg up there. The crowd was not into that at all. If you watch this video, you could hear a
the money gun.
Well, time out, Isaac. I thought I saw the student section was into it, but the older crowd lost it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything like madness, though. I mean, I think I think Memphis does those things better than anybody. I mean, you look around the country. I know Kentucky
I agree.
has their Big Blue Madness this weekend, and Kansas has theirs, and Duke does their thing, and there's some other colleges do it as well. But I think Memphis does it better than anyone as far as the total production of it. But it was kind of, I don't know, man. I cringed when I saw the strippers and the money gun and all that. That was weird.
And I think it's actually, there's something to be said. A lot of people older wouldn't know about this, but just the fact that Penny seems to be more appealing to the younger folks. Yeah. Like Kansas getting Snoop Dogg. This is not a shot against Snoop Dogg, but he's not really in the in crowd with these younger folks. And I feel like the recruiting, it's just not even.
Like Penny though he's hip and he's the dead gum coach. Yet he's able to bring in Future and Lil Baby, but also Penny's also, because of the player that he was in Memphis, he communicates with the older folks just as well as he does with the young folks, and that is something that you just don't see very often today.
Yeah, it's unique. I mean, like I said, Penny might be 46, 47 years old. He just doesn't appear to be that age. I mean, he's still extremely relevant. I mean, he walks in to a room. I mean, you got him and Mike Miller walking in your room with the gear. I mean, Penny with the shoes and like the Gucci and all the stuff that he does. I mean, it's just different. And there's no one else in the country that can really compete with that in that aspect. It's unique. Something really special that I think that we have here at the University of Memphis that I don't think anyone else can compete with. And plus, you have the NBA aspect of it that they can sell. It's just unmatched when you look around the college basketball landscape.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Isaac. I don't know if I've ever been quite as fired up as I've ever been for a Memphis Tiger basketball season. It realistically might be the greatest college basketball season. And I'm not saying 2008, it could be a national championship. I'm just talking about what expectations meeting what, with what the fans, because, I talk to a lot of fans. Realistically, the fans, like Penny's like, we're going all the way, national championship or bust. I love that as a fan. The fans love that in their coach. They want their players believing that more than anybody. Like, that's one thing I was talking to a fan the other day just about. He's like, dude, I just want the coaches and the players to believe as much as me. But if they don't make it, the simple fact that they're saying they believe they can get there, the simple fact that you can see that this isn't just going to be a one and done, like this is a 1 year thing, that you feel like this is the new Tigers. Do you know what I'm saying? This feels like just the start. And I guess that's why it feels so good. And I say that this is the most excited I can remember a lot of Tigers fans ever being for a season. Look, I love Chris Douglas Robinson, love all those dudes, but I talk to people, and when you talk Tigers, their face just they just start to glow.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different. Again, like you said, with you have the hometown guy and Penny Hardaway, and just feeling like, especially after being down for a few years, I think Memphis has just been scarred for Tiger basketball to get back to what it's supposed to be, and this is it. I mean, and Memphis is at the epicenter of this thing. I mean, all over PTI, maybe all over ESPN. Yeah, Dave Billis in here yesterday over on campus following Penny around. It's just different. I mean, I know you go back to that Don Calipari era, and that was great, but it's just something different about this. Even Don Calipari, I mean, he wasn't really getting number one recruit class in the nation. He get one guy, but Penny is going out and getting all the kids in Memphis, and he's going out nationally and getting these kids, and it's just exciting, man. And the city is a buzz. And again, I wrote an article over at TigerSportsPort.com, same as the plug, last week about just that expectation. And if you're looking for someone to kind of temper those expectations, don't look to the head coach, because Penny Hardaway is fanning those flames, man. And I think he's confident in himself, and he's confident in his team. And I don't think he cares what the national pundits say. He only cares about what those guys in the locker room, what he thinks, and what the people here in Memphis think. And when he says something, he means it. He doesn't give you a lot of coach speaking. If he says he believes they can win a national championship, I think that's exactly really what he believes. So he's not going to temper those expectations, and I think the fan base here in Memphis, especially, they're going to love him for it.
I agree with you. Now, I will tell you, don't mind, give yourself a shameless plug. Everybody should know TigerSportsReport.com by now. Everybody should know this is Isaac Simpson, who joins me every Thursday at 2:30 to talk Tigers. He's at Isaac_Rivals on Twitter, at ISAAC. Yeah, you got to hear that, AAC. He's an underscore guy like me, Rivals. Now, also don't forget he hosts TSR Live. Check that out. You'll love it. Listen to them. You'll learn a whole lot. But now I got to ask you, we've been talking some hoops. There's a big test. This defense is the real deal, Holyfield. But I'm just curious. The closer I have come, like the week is gone, the more I keep looking at this Temple team. I hope it's not just me, the better I feel about this Memphis team against Temple, because I'm starting to look at that defense. Yeah, they might be pretty dang good, but that offense might be pretty bad. And you know what? Memphis has got a pretty damn good defense.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Before the season, when we did our season preview show, I predicted Memphis would go 11-1. I know it sounds like a homer pick, but this is the game that I had them losing. It's a tough game. I mean, you go
going up there.
Long trip up to Philly, 11 a.m. kickoff, and kind of a weird atmosphere because they play in Lincoln Financial Stadium. It's an NFL stadium, but it's half empty. And I looked at a stat the other day. I think Temple is, over the last 15 years, is 3.5 points better at home than they are away. And that's good for fifth in the nation over the last 15 years. So they play really well at home, but it's weird. I mean, you look at their games this year. They opened up, blow out Bucknell, obviously. Then they get a big win over 21st ranked Maryland at that time, 20-17. Really shut them down. Maryland had been scoring, putting all kind of points on the board, and held them to 17. But
and then they lost to Buffalo.
They go get blown out by Buffalo. Then they get a 24-2 win over Georgia Tech, and then they beat ECU, which they didn't look.
They look horrible, to be honest with you. I thought they looked awful.
27-17 win over that one. So it's tough. I mean, you got two teams that are both in the top 20 in offense and defense. Temple's top 20th in total defense. Memphis is 36. Memphis is 29th in total offense, and Temple is in 43rd in total offense. So something has to give between one of these teams. I think what you look at with Temple is 42nd in the nation in stopping the run. They only give up 125.6 yards per game. And as you know, if you look at this Memphis team, the running game has been their bread and butter this year.
My boy KG.
I want to, Isaac, do you think, and this is what I said, I do my weekly film review, and I sort of talk about this Temple team. And this Temple team, I know, is going to come in this game and not let Kenny Gainwell beat them like he has so many other teams. Do you think that Brady White is capable of throwing over top of this defense and maybe stretching them out and winning this game for the Tigers?
I think he's going to have to. And I said the same thing before the Navy game. I said that I don't think Memphis is going to be able to just go out there and line up and run the ball down their throat all night and win this football game. At some point, the Brady's got to go over the top, like you said, of the defense and make some plays downfield. And he didn't do it in the first half, but in the second half, he did do that, and they ended up winning the game. And I think he's got to do that all game. I don't know if we've really seen this team put together two halves on both sides of the football all year.
I agree completely.
And I think in order to win this game, I think they're going to have to do that. I look at the schedule. I think this Temple team is the best team they face. I think this Temple team is better than Ole Miss. I honestly do think that. I think it'll be the toughest task they face, and it's on the road, so it's a tough one. Like I said, I believe Memphis can win the game. I don't know if I've seen that complete effort from them on both sides of the football that would make me pick it. I hate to pick against the Tigers. This is a tough one. I think I still have to stick with my original pick. I think it'll be a really, really close game, but I think Temple wins. I hope I'm wrong.
Well, I hope you are too, but I will tell you the boys at Vegas have this one right now, just a 5-point line.
5.5, yeah.
Yeah,
that grew. It started at 4, I believe.
Yeah. It
went all the way up to 6, and now it's back down to 5. He says he's got it at 5. It just depends on where you're looking at and different people. But it's crazy. This is not going to be an easy game, but I'll tell you one thing. This is going to be an important game for Memphis and Mike Norvell. Yeah. And if all those people out there, and you can say me included, all those people out there, this is the one where I think that, if Brady wants to shut people up like me and the people who have been saying that he can't push the ball down the field and go win a football game, go out there and win this one. I will shut up and I will say, go, you're the man. But I just need to see it. This has got to be, again, just like Gabe said, you watch that defense at Temple, they are going to stack the box and they are going to say, you're not going to run on us. We are going to make you beat us through the air. Brady, you're going to have to wake up, and yes, you have 11 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. You got 1,163 yards. You've done it against some very, very, very weak opponents. Temple is the real deal, Holyfield. This is going to be a big week. And again, 11 a.m. at Lincoln Financial Field. It's going to be wild, but I will be praying. The Tigers right now are ranked 23rd in the country. Temple's definitely going to want to knock that ranking right off the Tigers. You know that. But, man, if they get this win, man, it would be so, so big. And if you look at Temple, by the way, have you looked at their schedule lately?
Yeah. I have looked at their schedule. And, I mean, you look down the stretch, I mean, they got some tough games. They got to go to SMU to follow.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the start. Then they got Central Florida, man. They got a stretch of 3 games that are like, man.
And they also have to go to Cincinnati before the season's over. So it's tough. But I will say one thing about this game. If Memphis does win this game, I know the West is a lot tougher than we thought. I mean, SMU, Tulane's good. Tulsa's even good, better than it. That's not even a gimme game anymore. Memphis guys to go up to Tulsa. But I think this could be their biggest hurdle in order to go undefeated. If you're thinking about Cotton Bowl and all of that, I think this game right here could be that swing game that really gives Memphis the momentum to go out and win out. And Memphis does get big boost. Chris Claybrooks is a guy, if you listen to me throughout the summer and throughout spring. I'm a big Chris Claybrooks fan. I don't know how much playing time he'll get, but I think he could be a huge boost for the secondary.
Oh, I was just about to mention that. Chris Claybrooks coming back is a serious thing because when you look at down the stretch of this season, you have quarterbacks. You have guys that can actually throw the ball. These first 4 or 5 games, obviously ULM, I think their quarterback Caleb Evans was pretty good, but the first 4 games, they didn't really face any passing teams that had a pulse as a passing offense. I think down the stretch, you look at that was interesting. You look at Shane Buechele at SMU. You look at Justin McMillan over at Tulane. Yeah. This is definitely a help, definitely a boost going down the stretch when you talk about this Memphis passing defense.
Yeah, especially if you talk about quarterbacks. Anthony Russo for Temple, big kid, 6'4", 235 pounds. He's a big one back there. He has thrown 6 interceptions, but he's thrown for 1,279 yards and 11 touchdowns. So he's going to be probably definitely going to have to get a pass rush on him because he can pick you apart if you let him get clean pockets and sit back there and throw the football. And Temple loves to sling it around, so that pass rush is definitely going to be important on Saturday morning.
But damn, does he like to give the ball away as well? He puts it into harm's way.
He does. Like I said, he had those 6 interceptions on the season. He will throw picks, and I think this secondary has to be ready because he'll throw into double coverage. You see him make some crazy throws. He'll try to fit it in tight windows, make some passes that he shouldn't. But they're definitely one thing they're going to do is they're going to sling that football around and they're going to play good defense. I mean that's always Temple football. So it's a huge game for both teams. You look at Temple again; they got at SMU next week, so maybe you catch them looking ahead a little bit, or maybe that could be something that you can look at. But I don't think so. I think we're going to get the best effort that you've seen from Temple this year. And Memphis is going to have to put together 2 halves in order to win this football game. Again, I think they can do it, but I just got to see it.
Hey, I think the Tigers love the smoke. I know that their basketball program's ready for the smoke. I think the football team's going to handle the smoke at Temple. I know the smoke got rid of Jay Gruden in Washington, but that's the NFL. This is the NCAA.
Wow.
I do want to say that everybody out there, if you're a Tiger fan and you are going to the TigerSportsReport.com, I'm a little worried about you, but make sure you give a follow to @Isaac_Rivals and always listen to TSR Live. Hey, man, I appreciate your time, Isaac. I really enjoy talking to you on Thursdays, and you always do great work. I do appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. I actually got a TSR Live podcast coming up right immediately after this, 3 p.m. I'll put the link out on my Twitter feed, so be on the lookout for that. And I always enjoy talking to you guys, and talk to you next week.
Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate you dropping that. That's right. Right after the show, my man Isaac's dropping a little TSR, baby, live. So get ready to rock and fire. Now, speaking of rocking and firing, I always talk about you that, you always want to make sure you're taken care of. When I talk about insurance, Memphis Farmers, I always want to make sure you're taken care of. But I did tell this to somebody the other day, and I'm talking to my men out there. Did y'all know that women make their decision in the first 15 to 20 seconds of meeting you? You have 15 to 20 seconds. You didn't realize how important a first impression was. Yep. I took my man Drew Barrett down to Frontier Western Store at 5880 Goodman Road. This is not a lie. This is not an exaggeration. This is just the deadgum truth. We went down there because he had a date. And by the way, Drew, if you're listening to this, I wish you were here. You look like you were so buddy. You were so buddy. He had these horrible boots on. He had these khakis. He looked like Jim Harbaugh's like 60-year-old keister. He had this shirt.
Were they pleated?
Yes.
That's the question.
They had the pleats right there. It looked like he had the teacher's thing.
No.
Yeah, dude, he looked so bad it wasn't even funny. I took my man down to Frontier Western store. We got him a new pair of boots. We got him a pair of jeans. We got him a really nice shirt. Guess what? He's living with the girl, and now they're engaged. Did I do good or what? This is dead serious. They're open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 1 to 6 on Sunday. They're at 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. They're a hop, skip, and a jump from anywhere. Now, if you don't have a date tonight, you can actually just also go online to frontierwesternstore.com. They start shipping within 24 hours. Bing, bang, boom. You're going to have it in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, baby. And I'm talking about Carhartts, Wranglers, boots, whatever you need. They got the largest boot showroom. But again, they have a ladies' boutique. They got everything for a family. They're family owned and operated since 1967. They are Frontier Western Store. We'll be right back. Sports 56. I got a winner for you. 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Start your day with the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hertz right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
It's almost Halloween. Goblins and their parents will soon be at your door. To make your house the best stop on the block, start at the Home Depot for a selection so good, it's scary. Like animated skeletons, cackling witches, pirates, and more. You can see them now at a store near you. Or if you can't scare up the time, get free delivery on Halloween decor. This year, Halloween lives at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid on online eligible products only. Restrictions apply while supplies last. U.S. only.
And now, a page from the diary of Flo.
Dear Diary, the ghost is back. This house is protected through Progressive, but that doesn't mean it's not haunted. How else would you explain that radiator-like clanking sound? Or the moon-colored light in the hallway that's gone by morning? Maybe he never bundled home and auto, and he's doomed to suffer an eternity without the savings.
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive.
What was that wind-like sound? Oh, right, the wind.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home. Here's Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you
bound to
wind up there.
Man, don't head back to Tennessee, Jet. I love that song, little Jerry Garcia. Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Y'all know who I am, your sports mixologist, John Harden. And I want to remind you that Gabe is always driving this bad boy. You can follow me on Twitter, Johnny_radio. You can follow Gabe at G_Coon71. Easy as can be. And the reason you want to follow us, because we tweet out all the stuff that we're doing, and you can actually watch us on Twitter or Instagram, YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, all that good stuff. You don't have to just listen to us on Sports 56, 96.1 or 87.7 FM. You can make sure you also get the app, but you can now also watch us as well. Now, don't forget, people, baseball is not over. Yes, we have football tonight. Do I talk a lot about the football games on Thursday? Sorry, I really usually don't. One, because usually they're not very good. Truthfully, have they been? Nope, but guess what? Neither is Monday Night Football. Like, let's just be real. The National Football League has been a damn embarrassment.
I mean, do y'all know who's playing tonight?
Yeah, the Patriots and the Giants.
You know what the line is?
17.
Is that a good game?
Nope. Total 42.5.
But that's what it is. Yeah. 18 may be big with the way Daniel Jones is playing, but it's the Patriots.
Dude, the Giants got everybody and their grandmother injured too. I mean, like, the only person that is not injured is basically their new quarterback, Daniel Jones, which is, I mean, actually, he's pretty good for him. But there is also Thursday Night Football. You have Syracuse, North Carolina State. You have Louisiana Monroe and Texas State. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Monroe is a 3-point favorite. That one looks kind of good, but it looks like a setup, so I don't know if I would touch it. And then NC State and Syracuse, the ACC. Only team in the ACC that's even worth a darn is Clemson, and how darn are they worth?
And I looked at this line. Dude, I don't. NC State got spanked by West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Syracuse has gotten spanked by Clemson. Obviously, they got spanked by what's her name?
Dude, they got spanked
Maryland.
by Florida State. Bro. When you're NC State, you get beat by Florida State.
I don't understand the line on it. I guess is my point.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I think it's just because
Syracuse beat Holy Cross.
Yeah. Oh, that's a huge win. Look at that. Look at them.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you're a football fan, turn on baseball, because guess what? Game 5, or win or go home. Last night, if you watched the baseball, if you're a Cardinal fan, you went crazy. If you're a Braves fan, you went crazy. Now, if you're a Houston fan, you're going crazy for one reason. All you keep thinking is Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton. Why didn't we re-sign Charlie Morton? This would be over. We'd be getting ready for the Yankees, man. But no, you couldn't match the Rays offer, and you let him go, and he paid more for Greinke. And guess what? Greinke's kind of like Clayton Kershaw in the postseason, or David Price.
Chill.
I'm not saying he's not there yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say until he gives up back-to-back home runs to let the game get tied after one out. I can't put him on that level.
Dude, I do feel bad for Dave Roberts, and I feel even worse for Clayton Kershaw, because Clayton Kershaw is actually a nice guy, and that nice guy who's great in the regular season has been awful in the postseason, and he's like just a good person, and you feel for him. But for some reason just doesn't get it done. But I will tell you one thing. We saw the Dodgers not get it done. That hurt. If the Astros don't get it done, it's going to hurt for multiple reasons. One, again, all they had to do is re-sign Charlie Morton and not get Zach Greinke, and you'd be fine. The other is, guess what? You got a dude who's bet $5 million? How many millions has this dude already bet? On the Astros, that guy who literally the sofa dude
is $5 million to win $11 million. I don't know what he did. Like, are they in the plus? Because they've got to be the serious favorite.
A bunch of yayo or something before he went in there or something.
Well, he's clearly he's got to be a rich man.
You hope so. If he's not, he's going to be in the Poe house, because right now they looking bad. But I will tell you one thing: I do believe in Garrett Cole, and yes, my man TG is pretty good. But can I tell you a little secret? Garrett Cole's better, and guess what? The Astros, they're better, and I don't think being at home is going to make them fret. And 2 road teams have already won in Game 5s. One home team's fans will go home happy and celebrate and drink a lot of beer and party, and it's going to be the city of Houston. Garrett Cole is going to come out tonight, and let me tell you something. He's going to dominate like nobody's business. Garrett Cole. Now, Tyler Glasnow was, well, he's a bad mamma jamma, but guess what? He ain't getting it done. Now, everybody out there, do me a favor. 270 is a large line. If it's too rich for you, I understand. But don't take it the other side. It's just throwing money away. Go Houston. And by the way, go Wolo in stats. I'll see all you people out there in this world. Hope y'all get out there and make it a better place. We could use it. See y'all on the flip side. Peace.
It's happening. Wherever plays are being made, tickets are being sold, and fans are lining up. ADP is designing a better way to work with